ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MBM Wrestling. I am Michael Lindenbaum. I'm with my co-host, as always, Ben Taylor and Mansa Herndon. You can follow us on Twitter at MBM_Wrestling and on Facebook at MBM Wrestling on Tour Radio, which is spelled TAURADIO. Guys, how are you doing?
Better.
I will be much better if this doesn't bloody well crash this time.
All right, well, guys, this past Monday Night Raw was in Washington, D.C. Mansa and I had the pleasure of being able to go there live. Ben, you watched on television. Mm-hmm. Later on in this episode, everyone's going to get to hear all the audio that was recorded by Mansa and I. But first, we want to talk to you, Ben, about your thoughts on Monday Night Raw as you were watching it on television. Starting at the top of the card, and Ben, remember, we are PG-13.
Yeah.
We are PG-13.
I made this mistake in the last recording.
Yes. But the opening segment was Seth Rollins giving J&J the car, Kane the vacation, and all three of them the Apple Watches, or as Mansa and I dubbed it, the Price is Right segment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What was your opinion?
It sucked. Like, what else is there to say about it? Like, it was, like, I pine for the days where Raw doesn't start with a 15 to 20 minute promo. Like, I can understand that the logic of TV dictates that you have to, like, sink your hook in early. Mm-hmm. Right? I can understand that.
Yeah.
Right? However, that doesn't make it good. Like, why can't we just start with, like, a match and then do a little backstage segment? Why do we have to have like 20 minutes of them talking in the ring?
Yeah, the intro segment.
Yeah,
and it is tiring. But while we were there watching it, it was fun. But to get back and watch Raw, because I did get a chance to watch Raw, yeah, it was awful. I don't think I even would have watched that segment. I think I would have fast forwarded like I do every segment, and just totally skipped it because it was nonsense. It was not worth it.
It wasn't as fun as it was like watching it live in person.
No, live was absolutely a ball. Like, it was great watching it, but to watch it at home, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a different feeling. It was It was awful.
And then there was that car, and like we said, we dubbed it the Price is Right segment because they actually showed up the price tag of the car, which we all just wish the car would get destroyed.
I'm supposed to be the one that's talking about what happens on TV, not you.
Well, we saw it on the big screen.
Yes. But we didn't.
What was it like for you seeing that?
Mike, if you want me to talk about what we saw on TV, you let me talk about what we saw on TV. We didn't see what was going on at the rest of the time while that was being shown. You could have at least seen Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury running around the car or jumping on top of it or trying to make out with the woman that was there. Yeah. All we saw was the price tag.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we saw when
they walked up to the car. Seth, and I don't know whether you saw this in the arena or not, Seth turned around, had his back to the car, and was pitching, and it was like he was pitching to the audience, and was just promoting the car.
Like,
I was half expecting to try and hit on the woman.
Say, when we were at the arena, the woman was actually standing at the top of the stage. Nothing happened, no car, nothing. And we were like, who is this? Can we let's get some of that action. Let's find out what this is. And then Seth
the car came out.
Right, and then you got a brand new car. And then the car comes out, and we're like, oh, that's why she's there. I didn't even see Seth turn and do the pitch because I didn't watch the big screen during that time. All I just saw was everybody gathered over to the car. I saw the little segment with the girl was showing the card, and that was shown on the big Titantron or whatever they call it now. And I didn't see the rest of that. I just saw them all over there talking, and then saw everybody start clearing the arena. I mean, clearing the ring for the match to begin. So yeah, what you were talking about, totally missed that part.
Yeah. He full on turned his back to everything else that was going on. It was crazy.
That is funny.
And then next up, we had two matches that were lead-ins for obviously the Intercontinental title storyline. Mm-hmm. First match was Big Show versus Mark Henry. Second match was The Miz versus Ryback. In between the two matches, Ryback got involved with Big Show after the match was over. Miz then came in, did the run-in, and then led into Miz Ryback, which, of course, the Ryback won via count-out, which the Miz literally just ran up the ramp with a trail of urine behind him. I want you, Ben, to talk about not just the two matches in general, but the entire Intercontinental storyline that's going on and how it was portrayed on television.
Wait, it's on television?
We know, Ben, but how was it portrayed to you on Raw?
No. Seriously. My point being, I have to actively remind myself who the Intercontinental Champion is.
Yeah.
And when I do, I remember it's Ryback, and then I punch myself in the face. We're going to talk about a match later on.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many people on the roster that could do justice to the Intercontinental Championship.
And I think we'll end up talking about...
And for all we know, Ryback could end up doing justice to the Intercontinental Championship, but not when he's feuding with the Goram Big Show.
Yeah.
It is one of the worst feuds I have ever seen. And I saw Nails Virgil live.
Wow. That is saying something right there, man. That was horrible.
Just saying.
And you saw it live. That's right, you did. Wow. Sorry. Yeah. You'll hear Mike and my take on it, on the matches. But I believe it came across just like what Ben is saying. Pretty useless and just time consuming. Like it's, when we'll talk about another match, we will. And we'll probably reference the Intercontinental Championship when we talk about that match.
Very likely.
Yeah. But it's surprising to see how big Ryback is and seeing it live, how much people are behind him. When he came out, the crowd went nuts.
I usually pride DC on being a smart wrestling city.
But yeah, not this time, because Ryback.
And not only that, but when we're waiting in line just to get into the arena, people were chanting, "Feed me more."
Yeah. It was crazy.
Maybe they were just hungry.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of restaurants around there.
A lot of good restaurants, too.
A lot of good ones, too. Whole lot. Well,
that's debatable.
There's some good ones around there. Well, there's some restaurants around there.
Yeah.
I think about
it. Now, next up on Raw was Paige versus Alicia Fox.
Now, this is the match that got us talking.
Yeah, because I want to hear your take on this one.
Because you guys were raving about this match.
We were.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it live.
Yeah, looking at it live,
and it was enjoyable.
Great.
It was an enjoyable enough match to watch on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike, when you did 5 Thoughts from Wrestling for PCU this week,
right,
you made both Paige and Alicia Fox your number 2 pick for stars of the show.
I was essentially going for the match.
Yeah, but the point being, right? Paige sucked in that match. Every single thing she did, her timing was off. It looked noodly and sloppy and awful. She had no right being in the ring. Alicia Fox looked like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And she did.
Yeah.
And I've been a proponent of Alicia's for a long time. Yeah. And I'm not saying this to blow my own horn, but I've been a proponent of hers for a long time. That tilt-a-whirl backbreaker she's got is money. Mm-hmm. Her Northern Light suplex is money.
And both of them looked really good live, too.
Oh, yeah.
So they really did.
And I don't know what it's been about Paige, but, do you remember the match that I think it was on SmackDown between her and someone versus Naomi and Tamina? Paige looked really noodly there as well. It's weird. It's like the Divas division is regressing her. And I don't know. It was a great match. Don't get me wrong, and it's a very good thing that it was completely one-sided.
Yeah,
because Paige, I don't think she could have strung together convincing offense if she tried that night.
Yeah,
I don't know if she was drunk or what, but that was not the Paige we're used to seeing.
No, it's not. But one question for you is, and this is something that Mansa and I talked about while we're watching the match there, was the Divas match was getting a good amount of time.
Yeah.
How was that on television?
It came across really, really well. The crowd were into it.
Yeah.
It's what I've been saying since, to quote a friend of Mansa and I, it's what I've been saying since Jump Street. If you give Divas time to put on a good match, people will watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave them time, and they put on a good match. They could have put on an even better match had Paige shown up.
Even the
roll-up was sloppy.
Yeah. Now, I saw both. Watching it in live, and then, like I said, came back home and watched it. Watched Raw.
Was it a completely different match?
It was a different match. Alicia Fox was on. That was the same. She was on it, and we were talking about that to fans, how crisp and everything she was. Paige looked different watching at home than watching it in that ring. There are a few moves that I saw in the ring. I was like, okay, she's looking a little shaky, but overall she's looking great. And when I watched at home, I was like, wow. I don't remember. It didn't look like this when I was at the arena. She did look sloppy. And so I don't know what it was, what the difference is, because you're right. She didn't look as crisp watching it on television. But I'm telling you, that match was totally different watching it in that arena.
Yep.
Absolutely different. That's why the fans were behind it, because we were all watching that match and we were like, whoa, get it, Paige, yeah, get it, Alicia, yeah.
And that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, if you are entertained live,
mm-hmm.
you're entertained. That's all there is to it, right? And the match was entertaining on TV. I just don't think it was as entertaining. That makes any sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense.
And going from being entertained to being extremely entertained, we had the U.S. Open Challenge of Cesaro versus John Cena.
Man.
And everyone knows what Mansa are going to know when we put up the live audio.
Yeah.
But how did that come off on television?
It came off really, really well. I dare say it probably came off a little bit better on TV because you got Kevin Owens' commentary.
Yeah, we didn't see it. We just saw him moving his lips.
We got zero commentary whatsoever.
Yeah.
Actually, let me rephrase that. It would have come across better had Kevin Owens' commentary said anything interesting.
Okay.
It was the same thing you've been hearing him say for the last 3 weeks. I'm going to beat John Cena at Battleground. And I don't give a shit. I don't know. It was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
I loved seeing Cesaro using the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether this came across in the arena or not, but that sleeve he had on his right arm had the word "kid" written across around the top.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, okay. We saw that. Mm-hmm.
We saw that.
I really wish Natty had been with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would have been really, really cool. But yeah, I've been saying for a long time that the US Open Challenge has been producing absolutely great matches, with the exception of the Kane match. And this was just another one.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that Mansa and I had said when we were sitting in the seats was, that match was amazing. Just hand Cesaro the Intercontinental belt right now.
Hand him the US belt. He's better than the two people that are already in the match.
Like he would have won. It looked like he could have won that match.
He did. Like Cena, like the Cena was on the verge of tapping out. That's why Kevin Owens attacked.
That's how good it was. I was like, wow. It seemed like he's about. It's over, and then Kevin Owens got involved. Yeah, that match was phenomenal. You'll hear us be like, yeah, Cesaro, USA, US, IC, whatever, just give him belts. So we won't even get into that.
Here's the rub, right? As long as people are going ape doo-doo for people like Ryback, even if he is untalented and hurts people at every step, people are going to cheer for him. And they're going to give him, as long as people cheer for him, they're going to keep wanting to give him belts.
That's a sad day.
That's the way really money works now.
That's really sad. There are tears that want to well up in my eyes because of that.
Well, speaking of sad, the next match that came up was, and going after Cesaro and Cena, that's a tough act to follow. The Lucha Dragons and the Primetime Players versus Bo Dallas and the New Day.
Oh, yeah.
That was the next match that came up, with the Lucha Dragons and the Primetime Players winning. Ben, what did you think of the match when you saw it on Raw?
Trying to remember it. I think I was just too busy marking out because the Primetime Players were on my TV.
Right.
Like I cannot help it. I am a massive PTP mark. I can't help it. Like, there are very few wrestlers I have ever, quote unquote, marked out for. But for some reason, that team is one of them.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I'm in a minority. Actually, I'm probably not in a minority, but I am in a minority. I don't care about the Lucha Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about them either.
I would much rather have that been a 4-on-2 match.
Yeah.
It would have been a very interesting storyline.
The PTP going against the New Day?
Yeah.
And Bo Dallas? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was wondering how long it was going to take them to pair up New Day and Bo Dallas.
Right.
Because, like, the power of positivity and Bo leaving. Is, like, the same thing.
I think I even said it one time when we were hanging out. I was like, yeah, they just took Bo Dallas's gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the match was a solid match. It was a solid tag team match.
It started slow, but it heated up at the right time.
Well, tag matches are supposed to start slow.
Right, I mean, that's how
it's the way they work.
Yeah. And so, like I said, it was a solid match. There was nothing really remarkable about it. But it was fun because we got to see PTP live. So I was like, yes.
Did you guys do the dance?
No. No. I really wanted to, too.
We kind of did the dance. We kind of did.
I should disown you.
Well, keep this in mind. No. That was my second time seeing PTP live, and the first time, yes, I did do the $1 million dance.
But you weren't doing the MBM millions of dollars dance.
Yeah, and we should have too, because that would have been awesome. Stood up and while everybody else was still said we just stood up and did that. That would have been great. Because
we had those guys in front of us dancing.
Nah, they don't count.
They aren't you two.
Right, they weren't us.
But next up was the Lana, Dolph Ziggler, Rusev, Summer Rae segment.
Yeah, that was a...
All right, so...
I'm not gonna lie, being there live, I was actually bored with that segment.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's really difficult to talk about this without swearing. All right. I have mixed feelings about this. On TV, it definitely came across better than it did live.
Probably.
But it still wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make enough of a deal about Lana and Dolph. It was just kind of thrown in there. Like, yeah, we're more than friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Dolph Ziggler and Lana standing there while Rusev has progressively gone from the Russian beast, the US champion, to creepy stalker guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
And she's got the jumpsuit.
Like, they should have just let Rusev go away, heal, come back, and whoop Dolph Ziggler's ass.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's because of the contract stuff that's going on with Dolph right now, but I don't know.
And we know they want to keep Rusev relevant, which is probably why they're doing it, but it's not being done in a really good way, and it's not entertaining, honestly.
No, it's not.
And then the other thing is, and I believe all three of us agree on this sentiment, we don't want to see Lana wrestle. We think Lana should only be a mouthpiece for somebody.
I completely agree.
Yeah. I think we've all said at one point about that. No, we said it on the live cast too, but yeah, she does not need to wrestle Summer Rae, and that's what it looks like it's going to head to. That those two are going to go at some kind of match or something, and it's just
we just don't want to see it.
No,
because she's so good on that microphone that she doesn't need to wrestle.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, she's a fantastic manager. Let her be a manager. But whatever.
Yeah, but this is the company that has Ryback as their IC title champion.
That's why I said whatever.
I'm sorry, but
I'm angry. Right.
And then next up, Ben's least favorite wrestler on the roster, Neville.
That's not my least favorite wrestler on the roster.
No, it's not.
I know it's not. I'm just
it is my vote for most overrated wrestler on the roster.
That's still not. I don't think so either.
Who's more overrated than Neville?
Ryback.
No, he's not.
Yes, dude.
No, he's not.
Oh my gosh, yes.
No, he's not. People aren't looking at Ryback and going, "He's the future of the WWE." People aren't looking at Ryback going, "He's going to be like a long-term blah blah blah." Like, people are looking at Ryback and going, "Okay, he's a big meathead that can clothesline people, and I kind of enjoy that."
No, Mansa Ben's right on that one. It's definitely not Ryback on that.
Did you see Ryback in a picture with Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, and Sami Zayn throwing the Too Sweet sign?
No.
Personally endorsed by Triple H?
Yeah.
No. But did you see that with Neville? Yeah, you did.
But Ben, what do you think of the Neville Sheamus match?
There was a Neville Sheamus match. I think I might have been in the restroom.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because all right, my point being, it was very, very short. It was very, very short, blissfully. I just don't care.
Well, speaking of short, the next match that came up was...
Come on, short. Adrian Neville, nobody? Okay.
We got...
I set you up perfectly.
Did you see the tweet about the signs, though? That was
we had a woman behind us with a sign that was literally just calling Neville a hobbit, and she was marking out the entire time Neville was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask her how many times he does a back kick.
Not enough, apparently. Not enough.
Does Sheamus sit? Does Ryback sit there and go, "I have one of the most varied move arsenals in the WWE"? No, I have clotheslines and some kind of slam and a really bad backbreaker. Does Neville stand there and go, "I have one of the most varied and high-risk movesets in the WWE"? And then I back kick a guy 24 times in a match. Overrated.
Yep. But moving on to the next match, which was actually even shorter, was King Barrett versus Jack Swagger, who we hadn't...
Oh, wait, that was my piss match.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing Jack Swagger's entry music and, like, doing the we the people while I was standing up pissing.
Yeah. we did the We the People too, but
you did We the People. I stayed sitting in my seat.
Oh man, that's right.
But by the way,
I was getting ready to record our audio because they're going to commercial break.
But by the way, isn't it nice to know Jack Swagger's still alive?
Right.
Yeah, actually, one thing we were saying is, like, where's Zeb?
He got hurt, and then
went
into like a back office position. I think.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Because I knew he got hurt, but I didn't know what happened afterwards.
Yeah,
because honestly, that's the one thing that's hurting Jack Swagger is by not having Zeb Coulter with him.
Absolutely not what's hurting Jack Swagger. Booking is what hurts Jack Swagger.
They're not booking him. I mean, that match was 2.5 seconds. Like, it was...
But, like Jack Swagger's issue all along was he's not been booked strongly. Like, remember back to when Jack Swagger was booked strongly, and he was the All-American, American.
Right.
And he was the world champion.
Yeah.
And he looked like he deserved to be world champion.
And then all of a sudden...
Yeah.
Like, they had the potential of making Jack Swagger again the second coming of a young Kurt Angle. Young Kurt Angle. When he was good.
As opposed to the one that loses to a roll-up?
Yes. As opposed to that.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yes, that.
Hey, we're TNA. We're going to hemorrhage all of our good talent, and then we're going to have Kurt Angle lose to a roll-up.
To a roll-up.
And then we had our final match of the night, which was the no disqualification tag team match between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins and Kane.
Hey, found out something watching this match live.
Did you know you had to tag in a no DQ match?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that threw me off, because they started off as tornado tag, and all of a sudden they're starting tagging.
He doesn't tag, he runs in, and the referee starts giving him a count. I just look at him and be like, what are you going to do, disqualify me?
Right. In a no disqualification match. Okay. And
that was confusing as hell when we were watching that live. We were like, okay, cool, tornado tag. And it's like, wait, what? Yep. Why are they tagging?
And did you know that when there are 3 active wrestlers either in the ring or just to the side, one gets to lounge off to the side? And I don't mean on the ring ropes. I mean just lounging on the ground.
Yeah.
At any time.
Oh, my God. That was so funny. It's like, hey, look, Dean Ambrose got the living daylights kicked out of him. So Roman Reigns is in the ring getting beat up by Kane and Rollins. Where's Ambrose? He's not at the corner. He's just chilling off over by the ring steps, just laying down, taking a nap.
Yep. Lounging.
So, this match epitomizes to me some of the issues that the WWE are having right now. Mm-hmm. First of all, If you're going to have someone's music interrupt somebody, they should interrupt the face, not the heels.
Yeah.
Because the heels would be like, oh, what? It was like Bray Wyatt was coming to make the save.
Yeah.
Second of all, we don't care about the Bray Wyatt-Roman Reigns feud. Because we already know who's going to win. You know why we already know who's going to win? Because Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt less than a month ago on a night where Roman Reigns had already beaten 2 other people and taken some extracurricular beatdown from Mark Henry in less than 5 minutes. Why is this a selling point for your pay-per-view again? Oh, wait, it's not.
And then, of course, going back to the opening segment, we start with the Authority.
How did that come across? Sorry. How did that come across live?
Which part? The Bray Wyatt part?
Yeah, like, did it weird you guys out?
Nope, I called it.
No, but like the way they did it.
Huh. Like, the way they did it, it was like this weird static sound. The lights went out, came back on, Bray's there, fights, leaves. That was it. And it wasn't a surprise. Well, at least it wasn't to me or Mike. And it didn't really go across too well as a surprise to most of the fans either. Because judging by everybody's reaction, at least around us, they're like, oh no, oh, there he is. Because they did a tape segment earlier. It was almost like they were announcing Bray will be here because it did it so far in advance. Mm-hmm. So when he appeared, it was like, oh, yeah, okay.
And what's with this whole anyone but you thing? Like, is it me or is Bray Wyatt, like, imploded? And now he's just talking nonsense?
He's been talking nonsense for a while.
I've been saying that all along, but everyone else seems to be like, no, he's one of the best promos ever. And I'm like, no, he ain't.
No, he's been talking nonsense
but now
for a while.
He's like crested that ridge for a lot of people.
Yeah. Like, I was hoping for a return because I liked what the potential of the Bray Wyatt could have been, which was like this really cult, dark, evil figure. It got destroyed. I was hoping...
And you know when it got destroyed?
When they got rid of Harper and Rowan. When?
When he lost that feud with Cena.
Oh, yeah. Because he needed to win that feud. Like, it would have made him a monster. And this whole quote-unquote mind games he's playing is not coming off that way at all. Like, Roman is trying his best. I mean, he's trying his darndest to... He's getting in my head. No, he's not. No, he's not.
If Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman couldn't get in your head...
Right. This ain't going to do it.
This ain't getting in your head.
Not with him having imaginary tea parties by himself and...
I'm sorry. What? Is that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah. It was supposed to be a tea party. Yeah, it just... It's stuff like that. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I was really hoping that for something with this to bring that monster back, but it doesn't look like it's happening.
But going back to a point that we were talking about earlier, because they started the show with the Authority, they end the show with the Authority. How disappointing. There's a new car. You have a no disqualification match.
And it hasn't gotten
and
broken.
The car survives.
I just knew somebody was going to go through the damn car.
Dude,
like, the car was out there.
I was waiting for, like, a double powerbomb onto the car.
Yeah.
Or, like, a spear.
Like, I was expecting them to move up the ramp. Something happened on the stage
Or the Sister Abigail onto the car.
Yes, something on the damn car. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Fucking.
It's the first time in WWE history the car survives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it couldn't happen on a better show.
Yeah.
So mad. Oh.
But yeah, all in all, Raw kind of sucked this week.
No, it didn't kind of. It did. Like, if it wasn't for us
If it
being
wasn't
here,
for the Divas match and the US match,
yeah,
it might be my least favorite Raw of the year.
yeah.
And that's saying something.
Like, I think this Raw may have been one of my more favorite Raws because of being there. And I had fun with Mike. I had fun talking to the fans. But watching it at home, it was really one of the worst Raws. Honestly, it was totally bad. It was a bad episode. We had a couple good matches, but Raw overall was awful. It was not a good episode at all.
Yeah, and then we also got the. We haven't talked about this at all because we're more focusing on Raw, but we also got to see the Superstar tapings.
Oh yeah, we saw the Superstar taping.
And the
Which
first
I haven't
match
seen
was
yet.
yeah, the first. Okay, well, we'll just play the matches. We won't spoil them for you.
No, go ahead and spoil them because I.
Okay,
don't
we have
give a shit.
we have the Ascension versus the Meta Powers, and the Ascension won.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you had Adam Rose versus Fandango, and Adam Rose won.
And Adam Rose won.
Okay.
And the tag
Did he do
team
the
match, in
awesome
my opinion,
spine
was
buster?
better.
Huh?
Did he do the awesome spine buster?
Yes, he did.
No. He did?
Yeah, Adam Rose did the spine buster.
I don't remember seeing Adam Rose hit the spine buster. I remember seeing him hit his finisher. I just don't remember
Yeah,
the spine buster.
he hit the spine buster.
Okay.
As long as he hit that awesome spine buster, I don't give a shit.
But we did see Ascension doing their thing, and that was fun.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the cool things. Not just with the Ascension, but with Sheamus when they do their entrances. Obviously, we don't see it when we watch on TV, but how they actually set up for their entrances.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was really cool to see that. And then obviously when The Miz ran away from Ryback, you see him go right up to the curtain. The moment he hits that curtain, he just starts taking a stroll.
He just started walking. That was awesome.
It was so funny to see that we just couldn't help but laugh.
Oh man, but yeah, like I said, it was so much fun. Being there watching that, and before going into the arena, just having fun, the energy from everybody going in, watching that. Oh, we didn't talk about one segment. I don't know if it was. I don't remember it being shown on television, which was the Make-A-Wish segment.
That wasn't shown.
No.
Yeah,
that happened in the commercial break. I'm fairly sure.
And that was
really cool.
cool.
Is that before the show, when we were all entering the arena, John Cena was already in the ring.
No. But didn't he bring a kid into the ring during the show?
It was the exact same kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that happened during the commercial for us.
I figured, yeah. So he came out and was like, when his entry music came and he came into the ring, it went to commercial, right?
Yeah.
Because, right as he went to commercial, that's when he brought the kid into the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it all started before the show even started because, like I said, when we walked...
We're not debating that.
Yeah.
And then, he did that, and actually, you may hear it in the live portion, because I believe either we recorded during it or we recorded immediately after that was done.
We did. We recorded, I think, after it was done because we referenced it.
Yeah, we definitely referenced it in the live audio recordings.
Yeah.
So, but that was actually a really cool thing to see live.
Cool. Yeah. Cena, we have our issues with the character, but seeing Cena be John Cena in the ring and bring the kid in was one of the best moments of the night. And
not only that, but it was also the kid's very, very first live event.
Oh, yeah. It was his very first live event, his very first Raw. His wish was to see Monday Night Raw. And so he got a chance to be in the ring. John Cena gave him the belt to hold up. It was really a cool moment.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really an amazing moment. Everybody in the arena was like, yeah. It's great. It was great. Yeah.
All right, so that kind of covers Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try and keep our version of this recording a bit short, even though it's already at 40 minutes. But there is a couple of things I want to bring up before we toss it to you guys' live recordings. It's about TNA and ROH, funnily enough.
Of course.
First of all, can we talk about the talent exodus?
Yeah, I was
from TNA.
Thank you.
In the last 2 weeks, they've lost Magnus, Gunner, James Storm, Bobby Roode, and Austin Aries.
Yep.
There goes everything in that promotion I liked watching.
Didn't they also lose Low-Key? Although I know you don't watch him.
Low-Key kind of retired from wrestling, though.
Yeah. Again.
We know that Magnus and Bobby Roode have signed with Global Force.
Yep.
And then there's this weird thing where Global Force might buy TNA, so it's all for nothing anyway?
Right.
And can we talk about Jarrett? I make this joke a lot. Like, a lot. The moment Jeff Jarrett realized he couldn't be champion anymore, he left TNA to form Global Force. And lo and behold, he comes back and they announce the King of the Mountain match. And what did I say, Mansa? I said, he's going to win that.
Uh-huh.
And lo and behold, he won that. And now there's this...
Well, not only that, but I even said it too when they announced the King of the Mountain match. How are you going to have a King of the Mountain match without Jeff Jarrett?
Right.
But...
And you don't. Because who's going to win it?
Like, if you take Aries, Roode, Gunner, Magnus, and James Storm out of that promotion, who's left to watch?
Is anybody left?
You got, like, Kurt Angle, who's out injured and having neck surgery.
Right.
You've got...
EC3. Exactly. You have other people, because I honestly don't remember.
The only person I might actually enjoy keeping watching is, like, Rockstar Spud.
Yeah.
But that's because he's amazing. Dude, do you know how freaking hard I would mark out if Austin Aries shows up in NXT?
Oh my gosh.
Do you know how hard I would mark out?
I think heads would explode if Austin Aries just showed up in NXT. Just popped in. Why not? Oh.
Anyway, the main thing I wanted to talk about, as I've been doing, even though you guys haven't heard any of the previous recordings we've done due to technical issues on the server side, with basically me not being able to upload, is I've been keeping a very close eye on the ratings for Wrestling Wednesday on Destination America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not looking good.
Nope.
So this week, on, I believe it was July 1st, in fact, the first of the month, both companies were coming off of pay-per-views, if I'm correct.
Yeah. ROH had their pay-per-view Friday, I want to say.
Okay.
Or the previous Friday.
The previous Friday.
Previous Friday. And then
this was their after pay-per-view show, basically. Yeah. In which you're trying to ensnare people with the endings of your pay-per-view to come back and watch.
See, wait. Before we go any further.
Yeah.
This is the problem with taped episodes, especially with ROH, because their after pay-per-view show is this week's show, this coming week's show, because of how they taped. Their taped show was still part of their War of the Worlds issue that they were going on with New Japan. So they were finishing off that tape broadcast.
So, yeah, fix that for a start, ROH.
Yeah.
But the numbers that were posted this week, ROH posted a total of 238,000 viewers across two viewings, with 157,000 people tuning into the 8 p.m. showing. That is down 15% from last week.
Yeah.
And the 11 p.m. showing of ROH only drawing in 81,000. And the TNA at 9 p.m. posted their single lowest scored ratings ever with 267,000 people watching on the 9 p.m. show. Yes, you heard that correctly. Both showings of ROH couldn't add up to the lowest ever TNA broadcast.
And what's sad,
and then the midnight showing for TNA drew in 51,000 for a grand total of 318,000 viewers.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is still, when it comes to ROH, one of the higher rated episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. This is the lowest rating they've posted so far.
I thought it okay
on Destination America.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they debuted at. Are we talking totals or are we talking about like first viewing?
No, I was talking about totals.
Okay. The debut total on June, I want to say 11th. Let me double check that. No, it would be June 10th.
June 10th.
Was a total of 299,000.
Wow. Okay.
The one a week after that was a total of 272,000. The one after that was a grand total of just under 300,000 because I don't have the. I'm not doing the exact number in my head right now. Sorry.
Okay.
The Ring of Honor 330,000. Sorry.
Yeah, that was their highest one.
Which was the Go Home pay-per-view show.
Right.
Which wasn't actually the Go Home pay-per-view show.
Nope.
It was
a tape
just so happened to be the week before the pay-per-view because their Go Home pay-per-view show would actually be the show that aired this week, which drew the lowest numbers so far of a grand total of 238,000.
All right. So, look, ROH, I don't know what to tell you, fans. I know you love certain wrestlers who used to be in TNA. Hell, Alex Shelley is talking about coming back to ROH. We may see the reunion of the Motor City Machine Guns. If that's enough to get you to watch ROH, then watch it.
And if it's not enough for you to get you to watch ROH, it should be.
It should be. Like, he just announced that. So, watch ROH. It's got the wrestlers that you loved, that you were watching in TNA. They are in ROH. Watch it. I don't understand. We're going to lose it.
This very interesting, this very interesting revelation this week that apparently Ring of Honor turned down working with TNA.
Yeah, they did.
And that the relationship with GFW is a last resort.
Yeah.
However, it was then that Bob Ryder, who is one of the TNA executives, who has been lashing out at reports around the internet, mainly at Dave Meltzer. Bob Ryder basically came out and was like, well, maybe we should just hire all your unlicensed talent.
Yeah.
And I just sat back and went, with what?
What money?
You just lost the 5 or 6 best wrestlers you had.
Right. Yeah. I was like, so what are you going to offer them? It's like, hearty handshakes? I mean, that's...
Like, come to TNA, we have cookies?
We have cookies. Because they have no money. Just look at the talent that are running away from the ship. And I think it was funny because I also read something that Mike today was like, yeah, we've always been worried about things and we've always had struggle. Really, today, have you had a mass exodus of this proportion anytime you remember in TNA?
And can we... And I know we didn't want to go long on this, but screw it. Can we talk about perception for a minute? I tried tuning in to a to a TNA broadcast. Well, I was looking at the TNA YouTube page.
Uh-huh.
And I thought WWE's commentary was bad.
Yeah.
Like, the difference here isn't that the commentary is bad. It's that you can't take the announcers seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I have to agree with you on that. Like, well, I like Josh. I like him. But
Josh Matthews.
Yeah. But likable Josh, but being a hard-hitting TNA announcer.
So I'm going to go ahead and do the little closeout so we can get to Michael and Mansa's live coverage of Raw. Thank you for listening. Stick around for the live coverage. He's been Michael, he's been Mansa, and I've been Ben. And we are MBM Wrestling. You can find us on Twitter at MBM_wrestling and on Facebook. And their Facebook page is MBM Wrestling on Tau Radio, TAURADIO. I also want to give a big shout out to our boy Patrick Michael Strange, who is the genius behind New Release Wednesday. Check his stuff out over at the New Release Wednesday YouTube, because Mansa and I are going to be featuring on it for a second time here soon.
Right.
We've already got our dates booked.
Yep.
Like, I actually actively went to Patrick and went, we're coming on this date, don't say no or I'll kill you.
Right.
So, cause there's a book that's going to be out that I really want to talk about. Anyway. And this has been A Week in Wrestling, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it over to the coverage of the live Raw. Say goodbye, Mansa.
Bye, Mansa.
Say goodbye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is MBM Wrestling, brought to you New Release Wednesday. I'm Michael Lindenbaum. He's Mansa Herndon, and we are here live at the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. for Monday Night Raw.
And already the crowd is electric, and people are just starting to come into their seats. It's amazing in here.
Yes, and not only that, as I work on some settings on the recording device, one thing that obviously everyone's amped up. Everyone's already doing the Let's Go Cena, Cena Sucks chants, the woos. People have been doing the Fight Owens fight, the New Day Sucks clap. But what we actually walked into when we first got into the arena was John Cena granting a Make-A-Wish.
Yes, we did. It was really cool. I didn't get a chance to see the kid clearly, but we did take pics, which will be on our Twitter page, which you should follow. But the whole place is set up right now, and we saw Cena leaving not too long ago from the time we just started recording this. And we're just waiting right now for the show to begin.
And right now we are sitting at section 121, row Q, seats 21 and 22. We are literally like in the middle between the stage and the ring. Yeah, more like a third to the ring, 2/3 from the stage.
Yeah, we are in optimal position. I mean, when the fireworks go off, when we see the stage, we are in prime position. The only way we can see it any better is we were watching it on USA. So this is like the perfect position for us.
And we are also on the side of the hard cams, and we can actually look at the video, what they're showing on the Titantron, or what they're going to show on the Titantron, or in the truck, the audio equipment. We're actually behind where the pyrotechnics is done. So we're in a very, very good spot for this event.
Yeah, I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about this event. I'm excited about everything and looking forward to seeing what's going on. So what do you expect to see in the show, Mike?
Well, we do know that scheduled for Raw is going to be Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Rollins and Kane in a tag team match to kind of solidify the storyline of the Authority being one massive unit again. And then outside that, it depends, because we also have the July 4th show. Even though Brock Lesnar is not scheduled to be here, they do have a Suplex City, Washington, D.C. shirt.
Yeah, which was really cool to see as we were going by the shop WWEshop.com table. So maybe he might show up. We're not saying. I was also hoping that The Rock might show up, but we know he was filming in Boston, which gave him that cool appearance that he did over the weekend, if you don't know. So hopefully he'll show up. We don't know. We're also hoping that maybe Finn Balor may show up because of that July 4th show that's coming up. So there are a lot of surprises that could happen, but will they? We don't know. And that's, I guess, the surprise of Raw.
Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what is considered our sign-off for now. This will be edited into one big episode. So you're going to hear throughout this episode a lot of cuts in and out because we're going to be recording more audio as the show goes on. We'll talk about what we saw on Superstars. We'll talk about Raw. We're actually going to be talking about Raw as Raw is going on. We're going to try to work it during commercial breaks. So you're going to hear short little snippets of us talking real quick about what we just saw live here on Monday Night Raw. And, of course, you can always follow us on Twitter at MBM_wrestling. That's MBM_wrestling. Or you can follow us on our Facebook page, which is MBM Wrestling on Tour Radio. Tour Radio is spelled TAURADIO. So, until Superstars comes up, we're going to sign off for right now, and we'll be back. And everyone, we're back. We just finished up Superstars, where they did the Ascension versus the Meta Powers and Adam Rose versus Fandango. What was your opinion on the tag team match with Ascension and Meta Powers?
Oh, man, I loved it, especially since the Ascension won. And you got to love the fact that the Ascension is still looking really strong with that win over the Meta Powers, who the fans are totally 100% behind. What was your take on it?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I wish it was a Raw match and not a Superstars match, but I'm glad that they got the win and that they looked strong in the win, too. Now, the next match was, of course, Adam Rose versus Fandango. Adam Rose got the win. What was your opinion on that match?
Oh, yeah, I'm still high on Adam Rose. Adam Rose is still the superstar that you guys love. You just don't realize it yet. And him beating out Fandango, well, that's always a plus in my book. Never been a big fan. What was your take?
I enjoyed the match. It was a good match. I really wish that WWE really didn't drop the ball on Adam Rose after the E60 special, because that would have been really great for Adam Rose. But everyone, as you can tell behind in the background, they're playing JBL's music. We are a couple minutes away from Raw. What are you expecting for Raw?
Right now I'm expecting, it looks like they're setting up something big, so I'm expecting the Authority and Seth Rollins to do something big out there tonight. We do know that Brock Lesnar will be here, which is a shame, but hopefully we'll see maybe some kind of surprise guest, I don't know, a special NXT superstar or such. And I'm just waiting to see exactly what surprises Raw have for us in store this Monday. What about you? I'm
kind of the same way right now. I'm hoping that we get some good surprises because we are going into the July 4th special in Japan, which will be really nice. It's a wait and see. Let's see what our opening segment is. They put a red drape over the thing. It looks like a portrait. They have a table that they're setting up with something. So it'll be very interesting to see what they're going to do to start the show. We know they got a tag team match later on, so it's a wait and see. So until next time, Mansa and Mike, we're out for now. And ladies and gentlemen, we had just finished up the first segment where Seth Rollins giving out Apple Watches, cars, and a Hawaiian vacation to Kane. Mansa, what did you think about that first segment of Raw?
Well, I thought I was watching Raw, but apparently I was watching The Price is Right. I mean, because it was like a game show coming out here. You won a car, you won Apple Watches, you won a brand new vacation. I was like, okay, when are we going to get to the wrestling?
And as you can hear in the background, Big Show's music is playing. It looks like it is going to be the Big Show versus Mark Henry. And now The Miz is coming out. We are pretty sure it's commercial break still. But here's the thing. That opening segment, if we were watching that on TV, it would probably be boring. But watching it live, it was really exciting.
Right.
And it was exciting.
It really was. It was actually great watching it live. I'm actually tweeting it right now how awesome it was to be watching it here live from D.C.
rather than at home on the USA Network.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, well, The Miz is coming out now. We will come back on the next commercial break, okay?
Just go.
All right, guys, we're after our first match, which was Big Show Mark Henry. What do you think of the match?
2 seconds I will never get back.
Well, this is one thing we can say happily. We didn't get to hear a damn word that The Miz or JBL said.
I know, that was the best part of the match, was silence on their part.
And we were talking amongst ourselves, and we were saying, you know, one thing I could see happening at Battleground for the IC title is I could see The Miz winning because of how much Ryback and Big Show want to destroy each other. What do you think about that idea?
Actually, I would be fine with that. Just get the belt off of Ryback. Don't put it on show. Please don't put it on Fat Henry. So I will take The Miz if that's the lesser of evils.
Now, of course, now we're about to go into Ryback versus The Miz. Miz did the most insane run-in that we were just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, because Ryback came out, he clipped the Big Show, and then after the Big Show rolled out, The Miz came in the ring, and, well, that was one boot that just made us go, wait, what?
Right. Actually, it was like one of the most incredible segments that we saw because it was so quick and it made the Miz look great. Now we have an impromptu, well, the match was already scheduled, but it was moved up now. So Miz versus Ryback, and we're about to see what goes down with that.
Oh, definitely. And now it looks like they're about to come back from commercial break. They're showing the Immortals commercial now, and we are getting ready for Ryback versus The Miz. All right, guys, so that was The Miz versus Ryback. Ryback winning via countout because The Miz ran away with a trail of urine behind him. What was your thoughts on that, Mansa?
Yeah, Miz did kind of go up there with his tail between his legs. But it was a pretty decent match. I mean, it had all the spots you expected with Ryback doing his big thing. This crowd is 100% behind Ryback, and Mike wants to feed him s'mores. So
I definitely want to feed Ryback some s'mores. Forget about feeding him more. I just want to give him some s'mores. But they just announced that the tag team match with Rollins and Ambrose versus Ambrose and Reigns versus Rollins and Kane is now a no disqualification match. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, man, that means anything could go here tonight on Raw. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this will take the guys and exactly how much brutality is going to happen. Because you know Seth Rollins is going to get thrown around so much. And the Big Red Machine may be the one factor that keeps things from getting out of hand. But with Reigns and Ambrose, yeah, things are going to go out kind of crazy out there.
Now, that car that J&J got, does it get destroyed?
Oh, yeah, that car's gone. that car is history.
Oh, and if Paige is now coming out, we will be coming back to you guys. All right, everyone, we just finished up with the Alicia Fox versus Paige match, and that was an amazing match. It had a great amount of time, and it was just a really good match. It was hands down the best match of that first hour.
Oh, man, that was a fantastic Divas match. It was absolutely wonderful. We were talking about how long they allowed the ladies to go and tell a story in the ring, and that ending was just perfect for the way the story is going. So we were really happy and just really excited that Paige won, took the victory, and that it looked good. Like, at least from our standpoint, the match was really amazing.
And it was a very exciting match to watch. And it definitely shows that when Alicia Fox is put with somebody who can wrestle, Alicia Fox has it.
Yeah, well, no, Mike and I were just talking about Alicia Fox, or as I put in the tweet, Alicia Bella, the third Bella twin these days. But she's amazing in the ring, and once you put her up against somebody that can roll with her, she's not only going to look amazing, but make the opponent look amazing, and that's what happened tonight.
Now, of course, as everyone can hear in the background, John Cena's music is playing. Obviously, John Cena is up next, but we want to note he did something very, very special for a Make-A-Wish kid. He brought a kid out, and they actually represented the kid, and it was a very well done thing for the commercial break.
Yeah, man. The kid not only just came in the ring, but held up the title. As John Cena said, the champ is here. I mean, say what you want about Cena, but that is a stand-up guy in that ring.
And it's a moment that we will remember, but unfortunately was not shown on television.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big time. If they did show it, I hope you guys catch it. If they didn't, we're at least telling you guys live.
Yep. But we're going to sign off for now. We're going to wait to see. It looks like John Cena is going to be doing a U.S. Open Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a pay-per-view caliber match between John Cena and Cesaro. Mansa, how awesome was that match?
Oh my gosh. That match was amazing. I mean, Cesaro was incredible in there. He pulled off a reversal that was Bret Hart caliber.
I mean, when we were watching that match, the first thing that came to mind was like, wow, that is really pay-per-view caliber. And it's the second best match of the night, and it was consecutive too at the same time.
Yeah, that Divas match was amazing, but this one just stole the show. So I'm really looking forward to the tag team match because there's no way that they're going to allow that to just go down as the best match of the night. Even though Kevin Owens got involved at the end, I mean, that match was absolutely incredible. And if Cesaro is an Intercontinental Champion or has some kind of belt behind his waist after this, there's nothing that's going to save it. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Cesaro, we were even saying it. It's like, just put the Intercontinental title on. He just won the belt. Right. He just won the Intercontinental
He just had his Intercontinental title match just tonight, having the U.S. Championship match. He automatically wins. He beat Ryback and Big Show and everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing is that they just said that Lana is going to go public about something in regards to Dolph, which should be next, it looked like. But we need to go back to the match. The match was just amazing. I mean, and here's the thing. We've seen the pop-up powerbomb on television. What's it like seeing the pop-up powerbomb live? Not once, but twice.
Yeah, I didn't think Cena could get up that high. That was actually amazing. He was almost about to hit the rafters looking at it from the ring here. Him and Cesaro got hit with the pop-up powerbomb. It's a lot more devastating seeing it live than it was even on TV. So him and Kevin Owens going to Battleground is really going to be something special. That kind of momentum going for him. And even going towards this weekend, going against Finn Balor.
Oh, man. And not only that, but just the moves that Cena was pulling out and Cesaro was pulling out. Like, literally, there were moves where I just looked at you and was like, what was that?
Yeah, there was a couple moves that Cena's been pulling out of his new 12 Moves of Doom repertoire to get ready for Kevin Owens that Mike was like, what move was that? I was like, yeah, that move exists. I've never seen Cena do it. But Cesaro was just hanging in there. Cesaro has already had a move of like a million moves that they've taken away from him from his indie days. All he had to do was pull out a few more, and he put on a pay-per-view quality match just now.
Well, we're gonna take off for now. We're getting ready for the next segment of Raw. So far, live, it has been amazing. Hey guys, it's Mike here. So, Mansa's off getting a drink. We just saw a promo from Bray Wyatt. I don't know much about what the promo is about except for to continue the promo with the storyline with Roman Reigns. Hey man, so thanks for joining us. And of course he missed it, so I'm just going to talk about myself. The promo with Bray Wyatt on Roman Reigns to continue the storyline, I wasn't able to really hear it that well.
I can only hear part of it.
Yeah, but the one thing that made this promo, especially watching it live, even though you couldn't really hear it, was all the people with their cameras doing the Firefly thing. Yeah, you missed that. So it was really, really cool seeing that. Now, of course, the Lucha Dragons have just come out. There's going to be an 8-man tag match. So it'll be very interesting to see who the Lucha Dragons tag team partners is and who their opponents are. So that's coming up. Now, Mansa, how does it feel to miss out on the Bray Wyatt Fireflies?
That's how it feels. Because that's one of the things I wanted to see most of all live was seeing the Fireflies. But since it was just a video, was it a video segment?
Yeah, it was video.
Oh, yeah, then I'm okay. Because I want to see it happen when he's coming to the ring. So I can live with that. I can live without that. I'm good.
Well, see, here's the thing. With Bray Wyatt, we always see him on Monday Night Raw doing the promos on the screen. But we don't see him much in the ring on Raw. What's your thoughts on that?
You know, he needs to be seen more on Raw, especially going with this storyline against Roman Reigns. That's not to say that he may not make an appearance tonight either, because if you think about it, his promo is so early, the Reigns won't come out till much later. So I believe that we may actually see Bray Wyatt tonight.
And to me, Bray Wyatt to me is more like a special event character, the way he is. If you use him too much, it might be too bad. But now the Primetime players are out there, the Lucha Dragons tag team partners. It is time now to see who the opponents are and have some time watching some tag team wrestling. All right, everyone, we're back after the 8-man tag, which showed the Lucha Dragons with the primetime players go up against the New Day with Bo Dallas. How do you feel about that match?
Man, as always, the PTP looking like $1 million out there. And the Lucha Dragons looking pretty good, too. But the match was not too bad. After that whole John Cena Cesaro match, this one was kind of diminished, but it still was a solid match.
I think it started off kind of slow. Obviously, then we got the commercial break where it really slowed. But, it got really good at the end. It was a good ending for it. And it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I don't want my opinion to sound like it was a bad match. It wasn't. But it was just not as great as the other matches we have seen tonight.
Yeah, and not only that, but watching the primetime players and the Lucha Dragons do the $1 million dance, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. At the very end, all 4 of them in there doing the $1 million moves match. Some dance out there, sorry. And it was interesting watching them. But then, of course, watching Bo Dallas and the New Day doing that stomp, that Revolution stomp against one of the Lucha Dragons, against Darren Young. I love that move. So seeing all of them do that was awesome. That's one of my favorite moves of the New Day.
And for those curious, what's going on in the background is Lillian's doing a sign of the night thing. So that's what you're hearing in the background. And coming up next will be Dolph Ziggler and Lana to discuss, I guess, their relationship.
Yeah, honestly, I thought this was my pee break time and left earlier, but I missed Bray Wyatt. So now we're going to go see what will happen with them revealing to the public their relationship. I think it's just something to get the transition between what happens with Rusev healing and keeping them basically relevant. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, because I believe Rusev's still out for a few months. Now they're working on putting Summer Rae with Rusev.
Yeah, Summer Rae is now trying to get with Rusev. So are we going to see Lana wrestle? And I hope not. I really hope they keep her as a manager, not a wrestler.
Yeah, she works best as a manager. We see too many managers get destroyed by becoming wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, she is excellent as the mouthpiece. Right now, she's not doing much with Dolph Ziggler. So she needs somebody who she can talk for. Ziggler's not the person. So I'm waiting for when they move her off Ziggler and put her on somebody who really could use her skills.
The Ascension?
That would be amazing.
That would be interesting.
Really a great thing. Change her persona a little bit and have her be with the Ascension.
That would be very, very interesting.
She's got to heal it up for that.
But it looks like we're coming back from commercial break, so until next time, we'll be back. All right, so we just saw the in-ring segment with Lana and Dolph Ziggler. They officially announced their boyfriend-girlfriend. Rusev now comes out with Summer Rae. And we saw Lana take it to Summer Rae.
Yeah, all I have to say is that skirt.
Hashtag that skirt.
Hashtag that skirt. If you say when you watch Raw, watch Lana as she straightened herself out after taking out Summer Rae both times, and you'll know what we're talking about.
That skirt. And then we just saw a promo with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns where they're getting themselves ramped up for their match tonight. How do you think this is going to be? Being has no disqualification, Reigns is uptight, being with the whole thing with Bray Wyatt, and Ambrose just being Ambrose.
Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, this is going to be epic. You know, say with Reigns amped up to the 9th level thanks to Bray Wyatt's mind games, quote unquote, and Dean Ambrose being, well, Dean Ambrose, we're about to see some havoc happen all around the ring. It's going to be epic coming to the this final match.
And we got to bring it up again. That car. Is that going to get destroyed?
Oh, yeah, we still got time. That car is going to go down.
Will we be disappointed if it doesn't?
Yes. Like, that segment earlier would have put me to sleep. If it wasn't for the fact we're watching it live, I think I would have been like, what are we doing here? So that car got to go.
But, so right now they're just showing a commercial for the WWE 2K15 video game, which, of course, in a few months, 2K16 is coming out. I mean, I've been playing it on PS4. It's pretty good. It's not that bad. And we are waiting now. We see a referee coming down the ramp. So we're going to get going and see what's going on. But to note, we still haven't seen Neville, Bad News Barrett, or R-Truth yet. So hopefully we're going to get to see them soon.
Oh, yeah. Definitely know that they're coming out sometime soon. So it's just a matter of when.
Yep. All right. We're out for now. All right. So we just saw Neville versus Sheamus. What was your thoughts on the match, Mansa?
Boring.
Really?
Boring.
It's because no red arrow?
Yes.
So, no red arrow. It wasn't the top match of the night, but it was just a decent, okay lead up to our main event match card.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really anything special about the match. It wasn't just the fact that it wasn't a red arrow match. I mean, there was a red arrow involved, but you've seen everything that was being expected in the match with Sheamus picking up the victory.
Well, not only that, but there's no storyline for either guy really right now.
Right. I mean, we was hoping that maybe Randy Orton maybe came in the match just to keep the storyline between him and Sheamus going, but nothing really happened.
And before they went to the official commercial break, they showed J&J Security with their new car and Joey pushing off the detailer to detail the car himself.
Yeah, that is not boding well for that car. I kind of feel sorry for what's about to happen.
That car is going down. Hashtag that car is going down.
Yep, hashtag that car is going down. DAT, car is going down.
That car is going down. But yeah, so we still have Ambrose and Reigns versus Rollins and Kane, the no disqualification match. What else could we expect right now? Could we, it's been a few weeks since. Could we maybe expect Cody Rhodes back as Stardust?
Maybe, because we still haven't seen R-Truth as well, and then King Barrett is going to come out and do something, because we do have time before the last match. So anything can happen on Raw.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what comes on, and we're going to get ready to watch the action. All right, so we just watched the return of Jack Swagger against King Barrett. Now, this was possibly one of the shortest matches that we had for the night.
Yeah, it really was one of the shorter matches, but more entertaining than the Neville Sheamus match, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit better. I mean, but Sheamus versus Neville had a bit more time to do their match, whereas this one, it just felt a little rushed.
Yeah, well, this one had hit big spots, and that was it. They had to hit their spots and go, because it was rushed. I think they're worried about time constraints going into this last match. Sorry about that. And so it seemed like everything was rushed going into it, and I think they got a few more segments they want to do beforehand. So this match was shorter than even the Big Show, or was it about the same length as the Big Show?
Might have been shorter than Big Show.
Yeah, the Big Show,
Henry.
Mark Henry match. So, but it was interesting. So they're now setting up the ring. They're about to change something now or add some stuff to it.
Well, they've already announced that the tag team match main event is next.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it looks like they're adding a few weapons or goodies to the under the ring.
Or they're just changing the mat cover.
Or they're just changing the mat cover. That could be it too.
Yeah. So we do have Rollins and Kane versus Ambrose and Reigns. No disqualification tag team match. It is next. And we will be getting back after the match to get our thoughts.
I'm not really in any time to do that, so.
All right, so we just have finished watching Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt coming out to essentially cost Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns the match. Mansa, what was your thought of this main event?
It was a little different than I expected, because I was hoping for car destruction, but that car is safe and sound. I'm still looking at it right now. It's still pretty. But Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose got destroyed. So it's not a happy moment for us.
And just with the way Wyatt's sitting over Roman Reigns after doing the Sister Abigail, it leaves you wondering. And now as it's happening, Rollins is now attacking, and Joey Mercury are now attacking Dean Ambrose. Now, there is supposed to be a dark match, supposedly. And now all four members of the Authority are now attacking Dean Ambrose, and now here comes R-Truth. So we're just going to live cast this one, because this is probably after Raw.
It looks like
and he's already down.
He's already being destroyed by the Authority. Here comes Ziggler. Oh!
And Ziggler's flying down.
Oh, Ziggler's coming down.
So this is our dark match.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like Ziggler and R-Truth and maybe what's left of Dean Ambrose.
And whatever's left of Roman Reigns.
And whatever left of Roman Reigns will be facing the Authority.
So.
Or actually. Whoa! Now Ryback is coming out! What in the world?
Why is Ryback coming?
Right. I guess he wanted them s'mores, so now he's out.
Oh man, and he's like manhandling Joey Mercury.
Oh my gosh! So,
but now you have Ambrose, Truth, Ziggler, and Ryback. Reigns is out there somewhere.
Right, Reigns is somewhere around here. Maybe he's near the car. We have this Truth and
Ziggler are up. They're fighting back now.
And now Ambrose is on his feet.
And him and Ziggler are taking on Kane. You got R-Truth with Joey Mercury.
Ryback is about to give shell shock to Seth Rollins. Wow.
Super kick. Dirty deeds.
Oh, the Joey Mercury just eating every move. Kane said, I'm out.
And so are the announcers, because JBL's like, I am out of here.
I'm out of here. I am taking my hat, which just got destroyed. Seth Rollins is surrounded by the ring by all the heroes. Looks like he's about to get the meat hook, and he does. Now Seth is getting
another
dirty deeds.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw.
Wow. Of course, obviously, I'm Michael Lindenbaum. He's Mansa Herndon. You can follow us on Twitter at MBM_wrestling and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MBM Wrestling. On Tour Radio, TAURADIO. Everyone, this was Monday Night Raw. I hope you enjoyed our live podcasting of the event. And until next time, we'll be talking to you guys about more wrestling soon.